Alright, today we're going to go over the list poem. Here's my beautiful whiteboard. The list poem starts with making two lists. On the one side, you're going to have nouns. And on the other side, you're going to have verbs. You can do this on a scrap piece of paper in the back of the room, or if you're using a pencil, you can do this in your poetry book, but you'll have to erase the words nouns and verbs when you're done. So you write nouns on one side, draw a line, write verbs on the other side. Now, your list poem must be 4 lines long, so you're going to need 4 nouns in your list, and you're going to need 4 verbs in your list. Now, our list poem's main subject or topic will be things that bother us. So I'm thinking about nouns, which are people, places, and things that bother me. Let's start with a thing. I'm going to put computers. And then I might think of a person. You may not use names. You may use general terms. So I can put sisters. Or I could put students. I'm not listing anybody's personal names, so I'm not hurting anybody's feelings, but I've got 2 nouns up here, 2 persons or people. I'm going to go back to things, and I'm going to put garbage. Now I have 4 nouns listed about things that bother me. I'm going to put 4 verbs on this side that are the way that these things bother me. So I'll go back to computers. I'm going to use the verb freeze. To make your poem more interesting, you want to use as many action verbs or verbs that you can see instead of verbs like was. Sisters. Sisters talk. That's an action that sisters have. Students. Well, I should have left talk for students. Tap. Garbage. Stinks. These are all verbs about things that these nouns do. So now I'm going to add a little description out here past my verb in the object area. Computers freeze. Computers freeze at school. So I'm going to talk about the place where the computers freeze. Sisters talk. I'm going to describe talking as too much. Students tap. I'm going to describe what they tap. Their pencils. Garbage stinks. Maybe I'm going to describe the stinking. So, like rotten eggs. I'm going to put a period at the end. And now over here I didn't capitalize my nouns because the nouns are not actually the beginning of my sentences. The same word is going to be written at the beginning of every single line. Now I have my list poem, except for I have this line drawn down the middle. I'm going to get rid of that. And as I told you at the beginning, I'm going to erase the helpers. Those were things to help me. This is a good poem, and it's 4 lines long. However, I did not put a title on my poem. So everybody will have exactly the same title. I want you all to write this title up at the top of your poem. What, capital letter because it's a title, bugs me. Then we're going to do 3 periods because it's a continuing thought. What bugs me? When computers freeze at school. When sisters talk too much. When students tap their pencils. When garbage stinks like rotten eggs. If you have some spelling errors, it'll be fine with Mrs. Stewart, but you need to have at least 4 lines, and you need to have this title at the top exactly as I've written it. What bugs me? So now get out your poetry books and open it to a fresh, clean page and start writing nouns and verbs in a list poem.